This is for every one of you that has failed. If you have failed, you are in good company. I know exactly what it is that you are going through. And you're thinking that there's no way that you're going to ever possibly recover. Your business has failed. Your relationships are damaged. You got friends that don't believe in you anymore. You have family members that are snickering behind you and you're asking them for favors and they're not coming to your aid. And then they're reminding you of all the times that you've messed up. Or worse yet, they were jealous of whatever success that you might have had. And now that you're down and out, now that you're actually hurting, now that you're going through what you're going through. Now they're secretly enjoying it. These are the things that are happening to you. It happens to all of us. And this is the opportunity. This is your chance for you to turn your story around, to get back up. You can't stay on the ground. You can't have all those negative thoughts. And listen, it is easier said than done. I will tell you, I have those conversations with God where I am saying, God, when is it going to be my turn? When? And I continue to ask, and every day I ask. And trust me, there are moments when I am upset with God, just like everybody else. And I keep asking him, when is it going to be my turn? When are you going to let me bask in the sunlight like some of the other people that I have seen have success? When? And then I am reminded, now that I have children, now that I have 5 children of my own, if I had to pick which of my 5 children, which one of those 5 I would want to be successful, I couldn't do it. I could not do that. As a parent, you love all of your children. How dare you ask me to try to pick one of my children and decide which of them is going to be successful? God is the exact same way. And so when he looks at me, when he looks at you, when he looks at other people around you, and when he has his other children achieving success, sometimes they deserve it, sometimes they may not deserve it, and yet his grace is still on them. And if he can do it for them, he can do it for you. He can do it for me. God is no respecter of persons. And so just like we are his children, he cannot, he will not choose one child over the other. It doesn't work that way. Does it mean that everything is going to go your way every single day? Absolutely not. Everything works on his timeline. Everything works on his schedule. And I know that that is difficult to accept. Trust me, it's difficult for me to accept, and I have to accept it all the time. And I have moments where I am in a rage and I am upset and I have to control my temper and I have to control my thoughts. I go through the exact same thing. You are not alone. The only difference is some of us are a lot more open about the challenges that we're going through, about the experiences that we're having. And so every time now I have those moments where I dip, I go to God and I invite him in and I say a quick prayer and I say, God, come into my life, help me control my emotions, help me control my thoughts, soften my heart so that I can make the good decisions. God, please use me as a tool. And for anyone that I may have slighted, knowingly or unknowingly, anyone that I've been short on, help me to make amends with those people. Help me repay back any of those people. Help me correct any of the wrongs that I have done. Help me make them better than before they met me. Help me do those things. Grant me those opportunities so that I can do those things. I don't do what I do for success or for monetary possessions. I do what I do because I'm inspired to do them, and I want to inspire other people to do them. And I want to prove to other people that God can take somebody like me who is broken, who is a damaged vessel, someone like me, and he can turn them from a mess into a miracle. I've seen him do it for other people, and I know that he can do it for me. And if he can do it for me, then he can do it for you. And he can do it for all of our children, so long as we continue to believe, so long as we continue to turn to him, so long as we continue moving forward. Get up off the floor. You weren't meant to slither around on the floor like a snake. You were given legs for a reason. You were given 2 legs to walk on, upright, chest out, head up, so that you could be an example of a warrior, of one of God's children, one of God's warriors. You were supposed to achieve great things. Don't worry about what people think about you. Don't worry about what people say about you. It is challenging to not want to listen to what they're saying. It is challenging when you see text messages where people are calling you out on the mistakes that you have made, and you see the text messages and they're upset with you, and you're avoiding them and you're not returning their calls because you're embarrassed. I've been there. I know what that feels like. And it's not that you don't want to help them. It's not that you don't want to respond. It's not that you don't want to talk about what it is that you're going through. It's that all you want to do is make things right. And unfortunately, unfortunately, sometimes in the process of trying to make things right, what you're actually doing is you're getting people even more upset at you because you're not responding and because they think that you're hiding, but you're really not hiding. What you're doing is you're in the dungeon and you're working to make things right, and you're going to make things right, and everything's going to be okay. You just have to keep moving forward. Don't worry about the messages. Don't worry about what they're saying. Don't worry about the people who are spreading more gossip and more rumors about you. Don't worry about the people that are calling the friends, the mutual friends that you have, sharing the bad news about what's going on in your life. Don't worry about them calling your spouse and including them on group texts. Don't worry about them texting your children and including you in those texts, and them telling your children about some of the mistakes that you have made. Don't worry about those things. You put your head down, you stay focused, you keep going to work, and then you make amends and you make them better than what they were before they met you.